Hi, I'm Freak Boy, and welcome to Freak Boy Runs here in Boston. I am just walking past Boston Common and Public Gardens on my way to the expo. Pick up my bib, possibly check out the expo. I don't know if I'll have time right now. I've got a reservation at my favorite Italian restaurant as part of my carb loading. I don't want to miss that reservation, so I'll see how much time I've got once I've picked up my bib number. If I have a little time, then I'll hang out for a bit, check out the expo. If not, then I'm going to get my pasta. Yeah, I got here yesterday. Everything's been going good. It's really warm actually today. Forecast is for it to cool off. I sure hope so. It's way too warm today to run a marathon. It's like it's probably close to 80 degrees right now. So tell you what, it's really busy on the street here. I think I'm on Boylston Street. No, I'm on Tremont, but I'm going to be on Boylston soon, or Tremont. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Yeah, then I'm going to be on Boylston, and then I need to navigate to the expo. So I will pick you guys back up when I get either closer to or at the expo. See you in a sec. Okay.
This is the goal.
You're on your way.
You set the goal for me.
On your way.
Have a great Monday.
This is quite the production you guys have set up. You guys do a great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Have I got it all? Okay, I've got everything. Thank you. Bye. Excuse me. Okay, well, that was fun, and that didn't take long. Let's see. There it is. 16272. That's not a bad number. I think Mary would like it. It's got 2 2s in it. Okay, I'm going to take a minute to check my packet out here, and then I'll come back and catch up with you guys in a bit. Oh, I took one look inside that expo and I bailed. I'm not going to go through that. Not today. I probably have plenty of time tomorrow if I really want to. I could maybe come early. But yeah, it was just absolute mayhem in there. So many people. And I'm already a little bit stressed just from the crowds on the street and the super long queue to get my bib. So I've been there, done that for this expo before anyway, so if I don't get a chance to see it at all, I think it's okay. The important thing is I've got my bib. I'm good to go. So we're ready to rock and roll. I will probably pick you guys up at the start line, unless there's something really fun that happens tomorrow. Today is Saturday and the race is Monday, so like I said, probably see you guys at the start line. Cheers. Well, I think I lied because I'm on Boylston Street now. It's still Saturday. And I wanted to get a video of that, the finish line, and the approach to the finish line. One day, 18 hours, 42 minutes, and 42 seconds to go. The next time I'm crossing that finish line, it'll be to finish the Boston Marathon. for my third time. Okay. Yeah. That's all I had for you. Over and out. I've made it to Athletes Village. The bus ride was long. Seems a lot longer than last year. We did get stuck in some traffic. But yeah, you can see here there's a lot of people. The red wave is, I think, working their way to the start line now. I'm going to
corral 7 and 8. That's that number in the white box. That tells you what your corral number is. If
try and find a spot to
stay to
sit
the left.
here.
If you're in 1 and 2, stay to the right.
Patch of grass.
4, 5, and 6, go up in the middle. You'll stay up in that parking lot.
Garbage
and then
bag.
you'll head down to the start line.
Yeah, we're here. And it's exciting and the weather seems pretty good.
Volunteers are standing there with white bags. The clear bags, that's
like
for
it
clothing.
just
The black
a
bags are for trash.
scooch warm.
Also, if you're still in the village,
Towards
go
the
to one
end.
of the waste treatment
But
places.
not too
They
terribly
will
bad.
sort all of that stuff into what is compostable, what is trash,
I
and
don't
what
know
is
if you can even hear
recyclable.
me over the guy on the intercom.
Make sure your bid number's out and visible. You
But
need that to get
yeah,
out
I'm
of here.
gonna just put the camera down, lay my little trash bag out so I can sit on it, and actually probably make my way to the loo before I even do that. Because I'm up in a bit. All right, here we are at the start line. And it's crazy. Oh, my beer's all tangled up. I hope that doesn't keep happening. Yeah, it's crazy. Let's take a look. Man, it seems way more manic than it did last year or the year before. But I got here on time, and we're ready to go. Just gonna try and soak it in for 3 more minutes till our wave goes off. I'm in Corral 8, which is actually the very back of the second wave. But I'm in the second wave, so it'll probably be a few minutes. I think the Corral 1 will go off at 10:25, and it's now 10:22. Okay, here we go. Almost at the start line. All right, here we go.
First tutu going by. I'm not sure. I think that was a unicorn.
It's such a steep downhill to start. You really have to make sure you control yourself. And there's so much noise. There's so many people. I have no idea how fast they're going right now. My watch says 7:49, so that's a little bit slow, but that's okay. I'd rather start a little slow than a little too fast. Take a look in front of me. Just a sea of people. Okay. Time to concentrate on running. Seems like an okay time to check in. Just finished 4 miles. I'm actually a little slower than my intended pace, but I'm not going to worry about that. I'd rather be just a touch conservative than too fast. Because when those Newton Hills come, I'm gonna need something in the tank. Still pretty crowded. But it's thinned out a little bit. It's a little bit of space to run now. It was really bad there the first 5K. Okay. It seems the Freak Boy sign is really making people laugh. I must have heard my name yelled 100 times. I'm going too slow right now. That's because I'm filming and not paying attention. So I'll pick you guys up in a sec. Quite a crowd here. Just finished 10 miles. Sorry, trying to avoid people there. Just finished 10 miles. A little bit behind pace. Still not really concerned. Heard my names yelled many hundreds of times now. It's pretty fun. Okay. Let's go back in the pocket for a bit. We're coming up to the Scream Tunnel, which is crazy. These girls go nuts. It's so cool. It's so loud. Me for a kiss. I have no idea where the camera was pointed half the time. It's kind of overwhelming. Okay. The camera malfunctioned. And then I broke the battery cover off, trying to reset the battery. Luckily, it seems to be working now. I have no idea where to look for Dennis. Thank you. afraid the camera is really slowing me down. So it's got to go off. I'm just barely hanging on. The crowds are so loud. 1 minute I'm running the Boston Marathon. The next minute I'm walking along the waterfront. What's going on? Well, the sad story is my battery died just seconds before I turned right on Hereford and then left onto Boylston. I didn't even realize it. With all the noise and just the way I'm feeling there at the end of the race, I'm so out of it. I didn't realize that my battery died right as I started filming the very last segment. And I thought I had just the greatest footage running down Boylston. The crowds were deafening. It was incredible. Yeah, and I just ran holding the camera. I was in so much pain already, and then running with the camera like that made it so much worse, and it wasn't even working. The reason was the button, I guess, got inadvertently pressed while it was either in my pocket or in my bag of stuff that I was carrying up to the start line on the bus, and it was on for like 40 some minutes, I think. So it really drained the battery, and yeah. It died at the, I guess, pretty much most inopportune time when I was going to get the best footage of the entire race, of me in the deepest part of the pain cave, but still pushing through. The crowd just electrifying. And yeah, and then crossing the finish line, getting my medal, and I even was thinking I was taking footage of all the people doing the zombie walk after they crossed the finish line. Yeah, it's really unfortunate, but I guess it's a bit of a lesson learned. I'm gonna have to work on my just the way I'm operating the camera. Let me just come back here in a second. There's a bunch of construction I'm going to be walking through here. Yeah, as I was saying, I mean, I really wish I had that footage. I don't know when the next time is I'm going to run the Boston Marathon. It's very doubtful it's going to be next year. I think I want to try to run London next year, but you never know, plans can change. I'm going to put my name in for the ballot here in the next week or so, whenever they open it up for London. And if I get picked on the ballot, then I'm almost definitely going. But yeah, like I said, we'll see. Plans can change. But I mean, the finish was good. I did manage to surge at the end and have a good strong finish. I didn't hobble across the finish line. I came in strong. My final time was disappointing. It wasn't awful, but it was quite a bit lower than I was hoping. I got my C goal, which was sub 3:30. I got a 3:27:29. Is that what I think it was? So it was good. Yeah, comparatively though, like against the rest of the field, I did much better last year, even with a 5-minute slower time. I was almost 5 percentage points higher against the rest of the overall field, and a couple of percentage points higher against my age group. So that was a bit odd. You know, I guess the conditions were much better this year, but I didn't respond as well to them, and you know, maybe I somewhat overperformed against the warm conditions last year. I don't really know. That's the sort of analysis that, you know, can't really be done, but I am going to pour over all of the mistakes I think I made this time around. There were not a lot, but a few during the race. The most prominent in my mind being my fueling just wasn't on point. I was pretty late on one, and I didn't even realize it until after I finished. I actually missed 2 gels completely. I don't know how and when. I think I was kind of distracted. I was trying to look for my friend Dennis. I was trying to look for one of the guys that's in my coaching group. I was trying to look for his wife. I was fumbling with the camera a lot, where I decided to keep it. I had done it before, and I knew it wasn't ideal, but those were the shorts I wanted to wear for the race, and the pocket that I put the camera in wasn't the best system. I knew that going in, but I made the decision to use those anyways. I don't think I'll do that again. That's not going to be a good option. It's really not a good option for managing the camera. So let me see if I can figure out where I'm going here. Oh yeah, I'm going to go this way. Yeah, so those were the couple of mistakes during the race. Then really the bulk of the problem was my preparation and doing a training plan that was just too much for me. So I'm going to sit down and make a list of the problems with having done that training plan, and the things to watch out for as I go into my next training cycle. Part of the problem was actually this one wasn't specifically with the plan, but it was the fact that I started my Boston cycle very soon after the Dallas Marathon, and I do think that was part of the problem. I did not give myself enough time to recover before I started doing some of the harder sessions for Boston, and so that's definitely one of the things that's going to go on the list. I'm going to give myself a little bit more time this time around. I did come out here and run one very, very slow mile. It was close to 13 minutes. So I'm feeding the running streak, but those slow miles aren't going to be detrimental to my recovery. And the walking that I'm doing is going to be definitely actually good for my recovery. So I'm gonna walk about 7 miles here this morning, and then once I'm done walking these 7 miles, then I'm headed back to Dallas. So once that's done, once I'm back there and this is all in the rear view and I've had some chance to recover, I got to jump into training for Chicago. I do have a few weeks, but not a really long time, so enough time to recover, and then right back in it for Chicago, and that'll be through the heat of the summer, so that's going to be interesting. Anyways, that's kind of the summary of the race. No major regrets. You know, I learned some lessons, so you know, I got to take all of those errors as learning opportunities. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to wallow in it. I didn't completely fall apart. I just wasn't able to go as fast as I would have liked. And just one other side note, I was comparing to my times last year. Like I said, I ran 5 minutes faster this year, so you know, that's one of the positives. But I looked at the specifically at all the splits through the Newton Hills, and there's basically 5 miles worth of hills there. And when you tally up those 5 miles from last year to this year, I ran them within 1 second. I was 1 second faster this year over those 5 miles of those hills than last year. I thought that was kind of wild. Not meaningful, but interesting. Anyways, yeah, that's about it. I'm gonna wrap it up here, finish my walk on this breezy Wednesday morning before I head back. Try and enjoy the waterfront here while I can, and then head back to reality. So if you enjoyed the video and the Boston series, please give me a like below and subscribe if you haven't done that already. Give me a comment if you'd like to do that, and even share with your friends if you know someone that would like this kind of stuff. And until next time, on Freak Boy Runs, Freak Boy out.